Okay, so we've talked about the word Jesuit. I've told you that Rome rules this world, the Jesuits rule this world, and everybody else that is pretending to be in authority, like Rome, like a president of the United States or whatever, these are just men and women who serve Rome. A lawyer in gematria, okay, is fallen one, okay? They serve the law of man absolutely, which is the opposite of the law of God. Now, you cannot tell me that God says, do not smoke that marijuana cigarette. I mean, come on. How stupid has society become? Do not smoke this cigarette. And then all these men are in prison because they smoked a plant that God made to heal our minds. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to be talking about words associated with Jesuit, how this JE means son of, and you remember there's good and evil in each symbol, because an S put together is a number 8, right? Which is a actual 33. So an S is like a trinity, and of course it is a symbol of 10, perfection. 19, 1 and 9 is 10. And you know, let's do the word 10. Watch this. T E. It's saying the cross is in, which is a symbol of the Trinity, which gives you the number 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 and 2 is 12. So the number 10 is 12. That's why December is Deca, the 10th month, and they call it the 12th. I'm telling you. I'm going to say this again. The number 10 in Gematria is 39. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. So this is the real numerology. Sept is 7, Oct is 8, Nov is 9, Deca is 10, and January is 11, and February is 12. That's why Jesus was a fisher of men. He conquered belief and doubt, the age of Pisces, and he will come again in the age of Aquarius. Because Chronos, which is Jesuit in Gematria, is time. Backwards is exactly what it is. And that is the Zodiac. Okay, we talked about the Iran war. Remember, I told you every war is created by the Jesuits and the propaganda machines of Hollywood, and there's no difference between Hollywood and the president. They're all the same. That's why you see, you know, Beyonce singing at Hillary Clinton's inauguration or whatever, her fundraising events or whatever. Now, do you know the word states is Jesuit? I told you, when you have a religion, when you file a 501(c), 51 in Gematria is the opposite of 15, which is the symbol of Jesus. Rome in Gematria is 51. Telling you. When you file a 501(c), you are giving your religion over to the state. States to the states. States in Gematria is Jesuits. So you're giving it over to the Jesuits, which are the ones that killed Jesus Christ. The high priest in Rome, the one that killed Jesus Christ, you are turning your religion over to them so that you don't have to pay taxes. It's absolutely freaking insane. Why would you turn your religion over? Why don't you just not pay taxes and refuse to conform and condition? Why don't you just have freedom of speech without somebody telling you what to say? Why do you need a government governing of the mental to tell you what to say or to control what you say? And most of the preachers today repeat what everybody else says over and over. They don't study like we do, the symbols and the codes and the gematrias and the engraved images. They don't understand how to translate numerology and the verses in the Bible. They don't know how to do that. They don't even know what it means, most of them, because listen, once you file a 501(c) in a religion, God says you're not my people. You just signed a contract with a Jesuit, and therefore there is zero, no knowledge of truth for you. You've been cursed, just like the sheep. They're cursed. There is no knowledge for a sheep, period. As long as you're serving man and going to those jobs, and money and propaganda is your truth, and money is your deity, and power and possessions is your deity, like Christmas, then, and you got Satan claws right there, which is the South, anyway. Okay, Mona Lisa in gematria. The greatest painting in the world, the Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa in gematria is Jesuit. Do you think the artist knew what the flip he was doing? Of course he did. He painted a picture of a feminine energy. A Jesuit. It's exactly what he did. Leonardo DiCaprio. He sank the ship. Leonardo in gematria is Jesuit. And this is why they love him. Because he was given a name in Hollywood that is Jesuit. The Jesuits know this. God knows this. God knows that Leonardo. Isn't it funny how Leonardo is into climate change? And I keep trying to tell you the chemtrails and the poisoning of your atmosphere and the polluting and the heating up of the planet with the microwave radiation from the cell towers and the smart meters and the Wi-Fi networks and the radio towers, the Gwyn towers, HARP, is all done by the Jesuits, and Leonardo is the leader of climate change. This motherfucker, this piece of shit, got up at the summit. He went to the UN and spoke for our country. The Jesuit speaking for the country in secret coded messages. Wake up, people. Lawyer in gematria is Jesuit. Let me call a lawyer to represent me. Yeah, call the Jesuit, because they're only, listen to me. Now, if you call a lawyer and they're saying, okay, we're going to go with God's law and constitutional law, and we're going to knock this one out of the park, then he has rejected the Jesuits. But if call me, I'm such and such, I will get you some money for your traffic accident. And that is a Jesuit lawyer. Okay. Daughter in gematria is Jesuit because it's a feminine. Pluto, Arizona. That's why it is red and white. Not a coincidence. Jesuits wear red and black. They're men in black. The number 40. This is also associated with the number 4. 40 in gematria is Jesuit. Not a coincidence. I actually did a series of video that YouTube, how 40 pops up so many times in the television networks, because the Jesuits control that also. So don't tell me that it doesn't show. So they'll use that number 40 to say, hey, well, this is my house. This is my house. The word million, he's a millionaire. Well, if you're a millionaire, you serve the Jesuits in some form or way. Maybe you killed somebody. Maybe you stole their money. Maybe you killed an older person or whatever. I don't know what you did. Charity. How many times did I tell you that charity is not what you think it is? Give to your favorite charity. Well, these are ravenous wolves in sheep's clothing, the ones that always create the problem, like, let's say St. Jude. Well, that son of a bitch is the one that actually created the cancer. So don't give money to the people who actually create cancer, because they're never going to cure it. That's how they make their money. And they're going to make it as long as they can. Okay, there was a TV series called Frozen. Remember I told you dumping ice buckets on your head? Frozen in gematria is Jesuit. So it's ice. That's why they made a movie, Frozen. And I can prove to you, when you watch this cartoon, whatever, that it is a story about an antichrist mentality. I can prove it to you.